In Rowan's interview, she claims that I never asked for consent to film these sex acts, and says that she wouldn't notice I was filming until 30 seconds to 1 minute into it.
I'm not sure of an exact date, but maybe like 2 or
I mean, you can easily prove that by showing the video, Tom. If she looks enthusiastic and into it within the first minute to 30 seconds to a minute, debunked. Just saying. Start that OnlyFans, Tom. It's the 4D chess move, all right? It's the win and play. Not only does it debunk everything, but you also get to make some profit. And now the world can see how big your dong is and how good you are in bed. It'll just get you laid more. This is a win all around. I don't know why you're not making an OnlyFans, Tom. I'm realizing at this point that it starts to sound like I want to see Tom's penis. I don't.
To me and says, I'm excited to get fucked borderline domestic violently. At one point...
Damn. Okay, so she's literally asking for the things that she then later complains about. Right down to domestic violence. Holy shit, dude. All right. Sorry, guys. It took me a little longer than I wanted it to. My vertical version of the live stream just ended for some reason. So I guess YouTube still has some bugs they need to sort out of that one. I know it's a new feature, so... But I was checking my channel real quick when I came back. I was like, wait, why would that one get shut down and the other one not get shut down? I was like, is this a... What happened? Did I get flagged? No, there's no flags. There's nothing on my channel, so... Alright. Turkey Tom. You guys just got kind of the gist of the... Which you guys can watch my video going over the allegations if you want to get the gist of the allegations. But short version... Turkey Tom was accused of essaying a girl, domestic violence, you know, beating this girl, essaying the girl, and then accused of being into some very sus shit like age play. He got excited that the girl looked like a child. I mean, he clearly has a type, but that type can be one of two things right now. His type is either OnlyFans girl, because he's a big influencer and he has money and he has the ability to get OnlyFans girls. Or that type is, I want the girls who look like they're underaged because I'm into underage girls, but I can't have them. So this is the legal way to get that. So it's one of the two. But this is Turkey Tom's response to the allegations. Been waiting for this one. I said we wouldn't talk about it again until he responded, and much to my surprise, he responded. I didn't think he was going to respond at all, to be honest with you. Because none of these are legal accusations, and it is kind of all hearsay. There's not much evidence of it, and he could probably just ignore it. He doesn't even have to try to stream through it. He can just do his edited videos, and just don't do any edited videos on people accused of the same thing as you for a while. And the majority of his fan base probably would just keep watching his videos and be fine. So I'm surprised he responded at all, but let's see what he says.
I'm sorry that this response took so long. I wanted to make sure I had all the facts together before saying anything. Recently, I've been accused by an ex-girlfriend, along with an ex-partner, of non-consensually filming sexual encounters, being so rough and inconsiderate during sexual encounters that it bordered on assault, encouraging eating disorders, being into age play, along with a litany of other completely baseless, false accusations. The two women who are accusing me, Sacramento89, real name Rowan, and Left 4 Dead, real name Katie, took to gossip forum Kiwi Farms to post...
Is he doxing them by saying their real names? Is he doxing? Is this doxing? No. I think their names are public. Just saying, I can hear it coming now.
The accusations, along with carefully cherry-picked screenshots to back up their claims. These claims aren't super difficult to debunk just because of the overwhelming amount of evidence I have on my side. So without further ado, let's start with Sacramento.
Can't wait to see these evidence. Yeah, is she the one that accused him of the age play? Like, is he knocking that one off the list, like, right out the gate? I can't remember which was which, to be honest with you. He kind of had a lot of e-girls there.
Or Rowan. This is a girl I dated for about 7 months, from May of 2025 until January 10th of 2026. 4 days later, she made her first post. Here, she alleges that I am a real freak and like to, quote, record sexual encounters without asking for consent. This is...
Okay, well, the being a freak part isn't bad. That could even be a compliment, but the recording without consent, that's bad. Recording's not bad. Recording without consent is bad. That's the key part.
Blatantly untrue. I have never recorded any sexual encounter without explicit consent. As a matter of fact, with Rowan, she was the one who initiated the idea of filming sex acts in the first place. On Tuesday, August 19th, after 3 months of knowing each...
All right, I'm calling it now. Turkey Tom's going to start an OnlyFans. Everybody knows the videos exist. They're going to leak eventually. Get out ahead of it, Tom. Start your OnlyFans. Post them yourself. Be the first to post them. Might as well make some money off of them. They're going to leak anyway. People are going to know. People are going to see these sex tapes now that we know exist. So you might as well put them up there. And hey, you got a massive dong apparently. So, you know, these tapes aren't even that embarrassing. This is just going to make you look based. Assuming that they were consensual, of course.
Each other and being sexually active. Rowan texted me saying, "You should get those Meta glasses when you crack me." I responded by saying, "For what?" And she answers again, "Cracking
can
time,"
record.
alluding to me filming her with the glasses onboard camera. Now, at the time, I did not feed into this. I did not show enthusiasm. I didn't even agree to get the glasses. I just responded and said, "Good night, sweet dreams." So one whole week.
Massive dong equals super based. Hey man, if I had a massive dong and someone was going to leak my shit, you best believe you're not leaking my shit. I'm leaking my shit. I might even make an alt account to leak my shit on purpose just so that the internet would know I had a massive dong. Because, you know, I'd be making money off of it. I wish I had a massive dong. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, I gotta figure out why that's messing up.
Week goes by without us talking about it whatsoever. And then on August 25th, Rowan
Turkey Tom's OnlyFans incoming? I mean, it's the answer. It's the answer. I said it as a joke, but unironically, that's the answer. They're gonna leak. They're gonna be on your fucking Kiwi Farms thread, just like Destiny's were, and just like anybody that has them. If she's got a copy of them, they're gonna leak. So you might as well just go ahead and start an OnlyFans and get some profit off of them before they leak and get out ahead of it. And then when they do leak, no one's gonna care because, oh, Turkey Tom released them. If the creator looks like he doesn't care and you can't embarrass him with it, then that kind of takes some of the power away from it too. It's a win-win all around. I mean, I know it's quote-unquote embarrassing to have an OnlyFans, but in his situation, it's kind of the best of available options, if you ask me.
texts me saying, "You should get those Meta things for real." So I respond by saying, "I think I'm going
she
to
really
avoid
wants him to
filming
record.
anything involving sex for a while," showing that I am clearly not the person interested in filming our sexual encounters. She
Okay.
is. As you can see in the text, even when I say I don't want to film us having sex, she pushes the issue. Now, to be clear, we did eventually take videos of ourselves being intimate, but I was given
She was able to convince him eventually.
explicit consent every single time. And on a few occasions, she even took
Did you get that consent in writing? Otherwise, it's still he said, she said, and the internet tends to believe all whammons. So, you know, I want to know if he got it like in writing. Did you actually get her to consent in text form or something you can show?
took the phone out of my hand and was holding it while filming us. To be clear, there was never a tripod or a hidden camera. It was always handheld, and in every single video, she was clearly aware of the camera, making eye contact with the camera lens. Also, on September 8th, Rowan texts me, "I do miss it though," in regards to our sexual interactions. She follows it up by saying, "Send the videos." Keep in mind, these are videos that she claims in present day were taken without her consent. She then
So she claims that you took these videos without her consent using the Meta glasses she told you to buy. So she knows what those glasses look like and what they're capable of, that you don't normally wear glasses in bed. Like, all of that would be a red flag, but she's saying she fell for it? Is that how it's... Well, she was claiming hidden camera and that kind of thing. But, I mean... Look, I kind of want a pair of the Meta glasses. I'll record my sex acts. Not for an OnlyFans, just for me and the wife, because we're freaky. But, unironically, I think like they should just like if Meta really wants to pivot and talk about tech shit for a second, because I'm a tech nerd. If Meta really wants to make a ton of money off of these Meta glasses and wants to ensure their success, the best option they have, I think, would be to get contracted by a police department to outfit every officer with Meta glasses. I think that they're probably higher quality and would give better videos as body cams than actual body cams, because they're at eye level and you're actually seeing through the cop's eyes at that point. They could even make special like versions of them that look like cop shades and would form fit their faces better. Like, yeah, they could be contracted to make like special cop versions of it so that they look like the shades that cops wear, and then they would just keep those shades on the whole time, transitional lenses, so that they're not, you know, wearing shades at night and they can't see anything. So I think cops using Meta glasses instead of body cams would be dope. This is my opinion. All right. Back to the allegations. Yes, I am taking this seriously. Why do you ask?
Then goes on to say, and I quote, "I will watch them and keep them close to my heart," clearly indicating she has no problem whatsoever with them existing. I'm an extremely paranoid person when it comes to my personal life and my...
Yeah, he's done a very good job of avoiding drama for a very long time. So you should have seen this coming, Tom. I can't believe you allowed yourself to be filmed at all. Also messing with these e-girls. Like, you should only be dating normal chicks, not chicks who have any... who have any fucking online presence at all. Like, you need to just date normie girls, not girls who have an OnlyFans, blah, blah, blah. I get it, though. Only girls fans look like a lot of fun. There's only girls fans. There's OnlyFans girls. They look like a lot of fun. A lot of them do look like a lot of fun.
my sex life and my dating life. As a public figure, I just like
All else fails, Tom, you can always go east.
to keep my private life private. So I was very hesitant to send Rowan any sexual videos we had taken. However, I did send her one single still image from one of the videos where my face is obscured. I guess there was some lingering thought in the back of my mind that if her accounts were not locked down super well, and if she had been hacked, then the videos could have been made public. Now, there's an implication she makes a few different times that I'm basically blackmailing her with these videos.
Somebody asked if you...
All right, this was because of the folder with the just in case thing. My prediction for this, and I have a feeling he's going to say what I think, what everyone thinks he's going to say, which is it's kind of like Batman has a folder on the Justice League just in case they go rogue. He's got a folder just in case something leaks, just in case somebody gets hacked, just in case he has to debunk an allegation. Not for blackmail purposes. It's not just in case I need to hurt somebody. It's just in case this gets out, here's what I'm going to do. Which looks like what we're about to watch play out here. That's my prediction. I haven't seen this yet, so we'll see.
You had any intention of getting any sort of like law enforcement involved, but I feel like you answered this where you just want to try to compel him to delete whatever he has on you, and that's like the like the extent of your interest.
Yeah. And if he doesn't, I don't know. I'm kind of confused about what to do, but we'll see.
At no point anywhere did Rowan provide any proof of me threatening to release these videos of us having sex or threatening to send them anywhere. So she has no reason to believe that I would ever release them. The idea that I, a person who makes a living as a public figure, would publicly release videos of me fucking my ex-girlfriend to get back at her is so insane. Not only would that incur reputational harm beyond belief, but also serious legal consequences. The only
Yeah, that makes sense. I believe Tom here because he has always been careful, and if he's going to release that kind of stuff publicly, A, it's going to make him look bad too, and B, like the only way you could really do it and get away with it without making yourself look super bad, yeah, you have a big dong, so it's just going to impress people. But without looking the absolute worst would be to do the OnlyFans route, and he's not doing that. So why? Yeah, there's no reason to believe this. Okay, this allegation, as far as I'm concerned, is debunked. I have very much reason to believe him, and he has text messages that he has more text messages to prove his side than she does. If he was saving them for that reason, then you would, obviously show those text messages saying where he made that threat. Oh my God.
person who has ever sent an image of us having sex to anyone is, ironically, Rowan. Days after I broke up with her, she, without my consent, sent the only image she has of us having sex to the owner of Kiwi Farms. Here, listen to him describe it.
Oh, and one other thing, I forgot about this, but you actually, Sacramento had sent me a picture that was like censored. Apparently the only picture that he would send you is one where his face isn't clearly visible in it, but you can, I can tell the desk, like his computer is moved onto the table, but I can still see like the monster is like on the cozy that's like on the table, like in the exact same position. So I can tell that's clearly his desk.
I guess I just find it ironic that someone who's accusing me of blackmailing her with her nudes literally sent a picture of us having sex to a man that she has never met. Now, Josh recounts seeing this image and talks about how hard it looks like I was grabbing Rowan on the mouth. essentially using it as evidence to support another claim she makes that I'm too rough during sex, which I find very interesting because after I sent Rowan this photo, she texted me saying, "I like when you cover my mouth like that." Again, she texted me asking me to send her the videos, and she...
True, this was my argument at the time when she was making the accusations, is that she really didn't want this stuff, but she's laughing it off, she's treating it like a meme, like all of her like stuff that she showed showing that it was real and that it really happened showed that she was into it. And now she's trying to say she's not. This is one of those like buyer's remorse situations where girl consented at the time and then regretted it later, so she's revoking the consent afterwards, which is not how consent works. But yeah, that's a real thing that happens. And there were people who actually might try to make the argument in court that you can revoke consent after the consent. You can't. That's not a real thing. Oh, don't hide in there.
She says, "Yeah, whenever you're not locked in, send the videos. It will fix me for about a week. Goon sash." This is clear evidence that she has no problem with these videos existing. To this day, she has provided zero proof that the videos were recorded non-consensually, or that I was blackmailing her with them, or that I had any intention of sending them to anyone. Reason being, I never did any of those things. In Rowan's interview, she claims that I never asked for consent to film these sex acts, and says that she wouldn't notice I was filming until 30 seconds to 1 minute into it.
I'm not sure of an exact date, but maybe like 2 or...
I mean, you can easily prove that by showing the video, Tom. If she looks enthusiastic and into it within the first minute to 30 seconds to a minute, debunked. Just saying. Start that OnlyFans, Tom. It'll debunk all of the... It'll not only... It's the 4D chess move, all right? It's the win and play. Not only does it debunk everything, but you also get to make some profit. And now the world can see how big your dong is and how good you are in bed. It'll just get you laid more. This is a win all around. I don't know why you're not making an OnlyFans, Tom. I'm realizing at this point that it starts to sound like I want to see Tom's penis. I don't. Well, not for sexual gratification. I just want to know if it is as big as I say it is. I want to know if Tom's got me beat. You know, kind of the guy doing the dick measuring contest thing. Also, I think it'll be funny and make for good content. Don't judge me. To be fair, if I was in his shoes, I'd probably be slamming OnlyFans girls for my hookups too. Yeah, this is the thing. Like every guy, this is why I'm like, oh, you're trying to discredit him by saying, oh, he only likes OnlyFans girls. He was asking for it and blah, blah, blah. Every guy, like no male in his fan base, every straight guy is going to be like, shit, I'd slam OnlyFans girls if I could. That's the whole reason people pay for OnlyFans girls is because they can't have them and they're living out a fantasy. Every guy would be like, yeah, I'd hit it. Those girls are hot. Who wouldn't smash hot girls? What are you talking about? Like, this makes no sense. It's a bad allegation. Like, that one doesn't matter. That one doesn't matter.
2 or 3 months into our relationship,
now you could argue about the quality of the OnlyFans girl that he's with, because a lot of them are into kinky age play stuff and definitely have some sus profiles. The OnlyFans girls that I would be into wouldn't be into the stuff that these girls are into. But, you know, just saying.
he never asked me. He would just pull out his phone and record. And I wouldn't notice until maybe 30 seconds in a minute or a minute into it.
Now, I obviously can't and would never show these videos to anyone, but
Damn it.
In them, it's
Now drop
undeniable
the
that she is
thing I
staring
needed to get
directly
away.
into the camera from the moment the video starts. She never once questions why I'm filming or what I'm doing, because the reality is that every single time we recorded, I had explicit permission. Ask yourself, how could she possibly have never consented to filming when she's literally holding my phone next to her face as she sucks my dick? In the interview, she says that what...
True. Based way to describe it too. You sucked my dick and you had the camera next to your phone. Pull no punches, Tom. Let's go.
really concerns her is that I wouldn't send her any of the sexual videos we took.
I had asked him multiple times if he could please send me the videos, so like he's not the only one who has videos of me naked. And he either ignored the question or was just like, no.
As I said earlier, I was paranoid to send these videos to anyone, even her, for fear of them leaking. Weirdly, in messages at the time, she seems to actually get it, saying, I want to see them videos, goon time, before following up by saying that she actually understands why I'm scared to send them to her. Now we're going to fast forward to October 17th in our text.
Yeah, the goon time one was the one that she left out, and she was trying to frame it a certain way. Ooh. Tom's doing a good job so far. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the best ways I've seen someone fucking debunk allegations so far. So far it's points for Tom. I'm considering a lot of these debunked because he's bringing receipts that contradict what they're saying. So far, Tom's pulling it off. He's beating the allegations.
And Rowan says, do you ever go back and watch our videos? And I reply, yes, I do sometimes, actually. Rowan responds that she's thinking about that right now, and then says, quote, need that big white cock. It's also kind of strange.
Damn! And making yourself look based in the process. You included that one for a reason, didn't you, Tom?
To me that at the time she referred to them
He could have skipped that message. He included that for a fucking reason, dude.
as our videos, but in the present, she's claiming she doesn't even want them to exist. On November 6th, Rowan asked me why I never ask her for nudes. I say I have a bunch of videos already, and that's why. She does not express that she has a problem with me having the videos. She doesn't complain about it. She doesn't say they were taken without her consent. In fact, throughout the entire relationship, she was sending me nude photos of herself unsolicited every single month. Why would you send nude photos of yourself to someone you think could use them against you? Rowan personally posted dozens.
True. If she's sending him nude photos after, well, okay, he needs to show that she's sending those after the after her discovery of the folder that said just in case. Because that would debunk her claim that he has a blackmail folder on me. If she sent them before she knew about that folder, then you can say, okay, well, she didn't know you were saving blackmail material. But if you can prove that she sent images after discovering that fucking folder, then yeah, you've debunked that thoroughly. Like, that makes no sense for her. Oh, crap.
Dozens of screenshots of our texts, and not a single one shows her bringing up any of the videos being non-consensual. Another interesting fact is that during our breakup, she texted me a pros and cons list, which she apparently had written about me on January 4th of 2026. And in the cons section, she complains about a lot of things, but she doesn't mention non-consensual videos whatsoever. With that out of the way, we can move on to Rowan's claim that I was sexually abusive towards her. In that same pros and cons list, Rowan wrote, says he likes hurting me during sex and making me bleed. This also reflects her public claims about me, but the great irony is that I never even said this. She did. On September 14th, 2025, Rowan sent me a text saying, quote, I'm such a freak. I like when it hurts and bleeds after. Something Wong. And one of her public-facing posts about me.
So she's saying she liked that, not that it happened. Or is she saying it happened and that she liked it? This doesn't say it happened. This just says you like it. I mean, you could take that statement one of two ways. You could say that this is her just mentioning that and saying it like she wants him to do it and he hasn't done it yet. Or you could take this to say that it happened and this is her way of telling him it happened, but she's not mad that it happened. So that statement could be taken one of two ways.
She posts an interaction which reads as follows. She says, quote, like, we don't need to do it 3 times in one day or do it so hard I hurt and bleed. And I said, well, if you don't want to have as much sex, we don't gotta. We can do other things. And she says, okay, I like doing other things too. The way this screenshot is
okay, so that reads as if it hasn't happened yet. She's just saying, like, if that did happen and we did it a bunch in one day and it hurt and bleed, I'd be into it. And he's like, no. Okay, well, kind of debunking that one here. Damn, he brought all the receipts. Good job. Tom's doing a good job with the allegations for his first big major drama. But then again, he's covered enough people that he knows what to do. He's kind of, yeah, he's the worst person to go after. He's kind of had extensive training on how to handle allegations here.
cropped, it comes across like I'm some just super callous freak who's brutally jackhammering her vagina like Steve mining diamonds. But in the full uncropped screenshot, her
play the Ricky Berwick video. Play the Ricky Berwick video. That's what Turkey Tom did. Love Ricky.
Immediate response to me after that is, I'm a freak. I say this, and as soon as I see you, I'm going to be freaky again. I can't resist. In the interview, she elaborates on this even more, specifically claiming that she would bleed almost every time we had sex.
Okay, and he would bleed.
Dick too big. God, you're just making him sound based. And you're making OnlyFans girls. You're kind of fitting. She's kind of being the stereotype that men have in their head of what an OnlyFans girl is. This sex-obsessed fucking freak that just shouldn't be taken seriously. Like, they're not dateable. These are girls you just fuck. These aren't girls you date. Blah, blah, blah. And everyone's like, no, OnlyFans are regular girls like you and me. They're not bad. She's sounding like the stereotype that people have in their head of what an OnlyFans girl is. Unironically, like, I feel bad for other OnlyFans girls because Tom's a big YouTuber. A million fucking people are going to see this, if not more. This is just going to make all OnlyFans... Every OnlyFans girl is about to catch a stray. Every OnlyFans girl is going to deal with the fallout of this dumb, fucking young, sex-obsessed bitch. Oh, I kind of do feel bad for other OnlyFans girls. There probably are plenty of OnlyFans girls out there who are just doing solo content, who aren't whores, who aren't sex-obsessed. They just want to make some extra money on the side, and this looked like a fun way to do it. And they're doing it in a way that doesn't compromise their integrity. So right and the wrong way to do it. That's all I'm saying. And this bitch did it the wrong way and is making the rest of them look bad.
Yes.
Same. And he didn't stop.
Yeah, I would bleed almost every time.
This is just blatantly untrue as well, and it's easy to see by going through our text messages. On August 17th of 2025, the day after my birthday, Rowan and I were planning to go to Mass, and she wanted to have sex with me. So she texted me saying, Tom, I started my period. I was driving, so I couldn't say much, but I replied by saying, that sucks, I'm 40 minutes away. She follows up by asking me if I mind getting my sword bloody, and I say I'll be okay. So if it wasn't already clear, she's asking me if I'm okay with getting blood on my dick.
Yeah, if you're okay with period sex. That changes things. And did Noel, the Kiwi Farms guy, ask, were you on your period during any of this or near your period? Yeah, like that also matters. Because if a girl isn't on her period yet, but her period is like coming on, like it's supposed to start the next day or something like that, she's near her period, sometimes sex can cause a little premature bleeding there. It doesn't mean she's hurt. It just means that, oh, she's close to her period and she had sex and you know, kind of hit that point. It's not as cut and dry as big dick, fuck me, I bleed, want more. Although, this is the allegation where I'm like, Tom doesn't need to beat this one. Because even if he just eats this allegation, it just makes his dick look big. It's still gonna, like, no one's gonna fault him for it to a certain degree. I mean, there's some people, but like most people are gonna be like, so your dick's too big. I mean, he can't help that, you know. What's he supposed to do? Not fuck? You kept coming back for more. Yeah, like no one's. Grand scheme of things, the vast majority of people who hear this part of the allegation are not gonna care. Are not gonna care.
Why would this be something she's even asking if every time we have sex, I'm making her bleed? Keep in mind, this is months into us going out and being sexually active, and she's still worried that the idea of bleeding during sex would gross me out. Now, as soon as she began posting about me, people were naturally perplexed by her claim.
True. Why is she asking him if blood on his dick would gross him out if he's gotten blood on his dick every time he's had sex with you and you guys have been doing it for months? True.
That she was bleeding from sex every single time. They asked if she had...
Because at that point, Tom would be used to it, would he not? If every time they've had sex there was blood, he would just be used to it and realize she's into it. It wouldn't even be a conversation they were having. So the sheer fact that she's asking debunks her claim here. Another point for Tom. Damn, he's doing well.
Some kind of medical problem. And she says, I have no health issue that I know of, never bled during sex before. It was the aggression. Just gave into it after a while and told him I liked it, but I bled after almost every single time. I feel like most of this statement has already been dispelled, but even the smallest detail of no medical condition that I know of is also false. On September 24th of 2025, Rowan texted me saying that she's going to switch from her current birth control, Nexplanon, to the pill because she has month-long periods that cause her to bleed. So
what the fuck? Isn't a month-long period just a permanent period? I mean, isn't that what that is? Because, I mean, if it's a month long, then by the time the period is supposed to be over, the month is restarted and it'd be time for your next period. So wouldn't that just mean you have an endless period? That sounds like a medical problem. Yeah, that sounds like something you should definitely go see a doctor for. That sounds like a pretty serious medical problem.
So regardless of sex, Rowan admittedly bleeds for an entire month at a time. One of Rowan's main criticisms is that I'm too
Or is she saying she doesn't have a period every month, but when she does have a period, it's a big period? There's so many questions now.
rough. In fact, she describes our sexual interactions as intense, violent aggression every single time.
I genuinely did think that he would maybe change and stop being so aggressive, because he told me before that he would like kind of chill out, but he never did chill out, and it kept being the same very intense, violent aggression every single time.
She also alleges that I hit, choked, and beat her without asking, essentially painting me as an abusive partner.
Unfortunately, I did still stay with him, and I know a lot of people seem to have.
Yeah, but that was my question. Did that happen in bed or did it happen outside of bed? Because one makes you an abusive partner, one just makes you a rough lover. And if she's not speaking out against the rough sex or she's acting like she's getting off on him, that can be a difficult read. If you go to do that because you're into it and then you're like, well, let's see if this girl likes rough sex. Or like, even if you've talked about it before and she says she's into it and you don't know where the line is, so you're kind of experimenting in bed to find where that line is, which says is into rough, but how rough is too rough. So you kind of try some stuff and you see her reaction. If she's reacting like she's into it, then that would be why he didn't stop. If he's choking and hitting her outside the bedroom, yeah, that's just straight abuse. But she's not clear on like when this happened or why. So I feel like she was like, this wasn't a good accusation to begin with, and it should have been taken with a grain of salt, which sounds like he's doing a pretty good job of debunking right now.
A lot of questions about that, and honestly, you were completely correct to question my judgment as to why I stayed with him, even though he was,
Yep.
Hitting and choking and beating me.
There's this idea she's trying to paint that in the relationship, I was constantly pushing this rough, violative sex onto her, and even though she didn't like it and was being abused, she stayed with me. I've seen some people question her saying things like, well, if you hated it, why didn't you just leave? But realistically, sometimes people do stay with abusive partners, and I don't want to invalidate their stories through my
Damn, good response. I mean, I was just thinking of that when I said it. Well, like, why didn't you leave? That's always going to be the first question, but a lot of times girls will stay with an abusive partner. Tom's not wrong. He was right to bring that up. Like, he's thought of every response that people are going to have in advance. Yeah, Tom knows how to respond to allegations, despite not having that much experience with allegations of his own. And dad.
response. The real reason that she didn't leave is because she loved having sex with me, and throughout our entire relationship was constantly begging me to validate her fantasies. In this first
Yeah, she sounds like the stereotype of a sex-obsessed OnlyFans whore, and that's why they started OnlyFans. It's not for profit, but because they just love this so much. They're all just e-whores. Yeah, she's fitting the stereotype. Fuck. Also, again, makes you sound more based, because there are going to be a shit ton of guys out there who hear how you're describing her and what your relationships were like and be like, you lucky motherfucker, I wish I could. Like, so many guys are going to want what he has here.
screenshot here, she expresses that she is a real freak and says that she wants me to kidnap her, even saying, I want to be tied up, taken to the woods, and pounded, so maybe there's something wrong with me. I respond by saying that we should not have sex in the woods, and she says, you nervous? Right here in this next one, Rowan says,
It's a good way to get caught or get paparazzi filmed. Yeah, again, he's a public figure. He's constantly worried about people, you know, something leaking that could affect his career. He's constantly thinking about that, which is, you know, more than I can say for most of the creators that get caught up in drama. Most of them don't think about it, and then that's how it comes back to bite them. Tom has been pretty smart about this. I'd say the only mistake he really made, if he was trying to avoid drama at all, was making the mistake of getting with OnlyFans girls. They're also public figures, and their content is sex, so of course they're going to eventually turn you into content or try to make content out of you. God damn, what is he hitting me with?
yearn to be manhandled and led across a dark room. That's why I like you. I reply saying, you are
Dude,
like a dungeon
what is he hitting me with from that far? It's just fucking melting me.
She says, you are big like a caveman and I feel small next to you. In fact, anytime I wanted to have more loving, slow, I guess, sensual intercourse with Rowan in the bedroom. She actually had a problem with that. I remember one specific instance where I was being more slow and sensual, and I remember her whispering in my ear saying, "I want you to pound me." And that's probably why on June 5th, 2025, she texted me saying, "I need to get face fucked for an hour." And I replied by saying, "Damn, exams suck." On June 7th, she texted
Damn. Yeah, it's all adding up to her just being a sex-obsessed OnlyFans whore, and she likes a certain kind of sex that she needs to get off. So, if she did complain about it, or if something she said could have been taken as a complaint, like her saying she's bleeding, blah, 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 and then it sounds like this is what happened. Like, she's trying to brag about it to him by saying, "You made me bleed, oh my God, you're so big," and blah, blah, blah. And he took that to mean, "Oh, I need to be more gentle with her, I'm hurting her." So then when they got in bed the next time, he was gentle, and she was like, "Oh, he took the wrong message from that. I didn't want him to be gentle. I wanted him to know I liked it. I was bragging." So then she whispers in his ear, "No, I meant I like it. Give it to me that way." And that's what he did. And now she's acting like she didn't want it. Only he has that in writing, her liking it. He doesn't have the in writing, her going, "I want you to pound me." But I have no reason not to believe she didn't whisper that in bed. I've had girls do that to me where they whisper for me to do stuff in bed, and I'm like, "Oh, I did not know you liked that. Okay, well, let's give it a go," you know? Sometimes kinks and stuff like that don't come out until you're in the moment. It's not something you talk about beforehand. Either the girl doesn't want to admit it, or she doesn't realize she's that into it until it's happening. She's like, "Oh, I like that. Do that more." Yeah, so there's only so much stuff you can cover beforehand. Some stuff comes out in the moment. I mean, I'm over explaining this for all the incels in the audience who've never physically touched a woman. This is sometimes how that happens.
me and says, "I'm excited to get fucked borderline domestic violently." At one point,
Damn. Okay, so she's literally asking for the things that she then later complains about, right down to domestic violence. Holy shit, dude.
in the interview, she states that one time I was angry at my ex-girlfriend, and that the next time we had sex, I was particularly aggressive. This is a very strange thing to accuse me of, given that on October 13th, Rowan says verbatim, "Sometimes I want to fight you just so you be more angry when you fuck me." She clarifies, saying, "I do like that."
I've met girls like that. I've been with girls like that who will purposefully start a fight so that we can have the sex afterward. The angry makeup sex afterward. To let out that aggression. That has happened to me. That is a real thing.
That though, even without the fighting. So at every opportunity,
I can
this
do
girl
that
is
even. And he even says you can just ask for it. We don't have to fight. So she's trying to manipulate him to get him to fuck her that way. And he's saying, you can just ask. You don't have to do all this bullshit. You don't have to manipulate me into it. Just say what you want. Ooh, this is making her look super bad.
Publicly saying, "Oh my God, look at all this horrible shit he did to me." And then she's texting me that she wants me to kidnap her, tie her up, and pound her in the woods.
Yeah, that she wants you to do all the horrible shit. She then goes publicly and said, "Look at all the horrible shit he did to me." Oh, you mean all the horrible shit you literally asked for? Okay. Why would you ask for it in text form? You know he can just show the screenshots. This is making her look like a real idiot. I wouldn't even say it's for clout chasing. This just sounds like a vindictive ex. Like she's mad she can't have the dick anymore. That's what this is. This isn't because everyone's like, well, she's not clout chasing. She's got more followers than him on this platform, or like she doesn't need his clout. And true, valid points. I will give you that. She doesn't need the clout. So then why would she do this? Because she's angry she can't have the dick anymore. That's why. Because he took the D away. She was obsessed with the D. She fell in love with that BWC. They usually do. Okay? They usually do. I wish I had a BWC.
Woods. And if anyone is putting up any resistance to that, it's me. She once again lies about weird little things in the interview. Like she says that I was her second boyfriend.
He was I guess my second boyfriend.
And when I heard this, I was very confused because
Well, when she says I guess, that implies that like she's not counting one of them for some reason, or not counting some of them for some reason, and you were the... Girls do that shit, man. They view relationships different. Like a guy can date a girl for 3 months and he'll say I dated her for 3 months. Where a girl will be like, well, we had a thing for 3 months, but I wouldn't call him a boyfriend. Like they have these different girls have these like weird like like goalposts you have to pass, these weird standards you have to pass in order to actually be a boyfriend. Oh, we dated for 90 days. That doesn't count. They make TV shows about why that doesn't count. It's called 90 Day Fiancé. Yeah, so I'm trying to be charitable. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt here and say maybe she wasn't counting some of those as boyfriends, and Tom's just young, so damn it. And Tom's just, I don't know why he didn't jump or press the button. And Tom's just young, so he doesn't understand that girls have different standards for what they consider a boyfriend and a fling versus what a guy does. A guy's is pretty black and white. If we're just fucking, we're friends with benefits. If we're fucking exclusively and not fucking other people, then you're a girlfriend. Like, that's it. If we're just having sex for fun, casually, and we are allowed to see other people, then we're friends with benefits. It's not a real girlfriend. If we're if we're just fucking for fun, casually, and or if we're not allowed to see other people, then it's a girlfriend. For most guys, that's the standard. For girls, not so much. Different girls have different standards. It would literally depend on the girl you ask.
She told me that I was her third. In my opinion, she said this to make herself seem
Okay, so it sounds like she's not counting one of them, but maybe there's a different reason. Let's see what Tom's takeaway was.
less sexually experienced than she really is.
Yeah, but one less body count, does that, like, the number of, I don't know, like, from the text you've showed, it sounds like she's pretty sexually experienced, but also, like, I mean, she's an OnlyFans girl. People expect her to be sexually experienced. Having one less guy on her list, I feel like isn't going to matter. I mean, I can see why he came to this conclusion, but I think, like, honestly, I think she just doesn't count one of those guys as a boyfriend. And he's just misread this one.
Is to make the case stronger that I was taking advantage of her. Now, in this next post, she...
I mean, it could also be that. Both of those things could be true. She could be bringing that up because she honestly believes that one of those guys wasn't a boyfriend, it wasn't serious enough. But also, it does help her case, which is why she brought it up. Both can be true.
Writes, again, I'm not alleging anything illegal, just that he would hit and choke because he was a super gooner. Sort of normalize it in my head, but it's definitely not okay to do that. So for information on how I supposedly normalize this behavior, let's go back to the beginning of our relationship and see what our conversations about sex were like. On Wednesday, May
Damn, he going into super detail.
14th, after only hanging out with Rowan once, she texted me saying she's excited to hang out with me again, and she already knows my penis is massive, without me saying anything sexual to her at this point. So as
How does she already know that, though?
you might suspect, we did have intercourse on our second date.
Ah, okay, that's why.
And after this first sexual encounter, Rowan texts me saying, quote, "Rape thing is so hot. I never did that before. You should tie me up next time." My response to this is consensual sex is good. And she's
Okay, so what she's talking about, and it sounds like Tom's not into all the kink shit, so he's just learning all this for the first time. Sounds like she's very involved in the kink world. I understand that. Me and my wife have threesomes. We can get pretty. We know all the terminology, okay? We've dabbled in some kinky stuff. All right, but anyway, so it sounds like what she's talking about and what she's into and what she's trying to, like, get across to Tom is she's into the CNC, consensual non-consent, meaning you consent in advance about doing something non-consensually. So it would be like a girl saying, you know, I wouldn't mind if one day you just grabbed me and took me without asking, just surprise me with it, just randomly, you like anytime, anywhere, just, or like maybe I'm asleep one night and you break into my room and just take it. And then he'd be like, you're really into it? Yeah, I would want you to do that. Or I want you to kidnap me from somewhere. And then just don't tell me when it's coming. I don't want to know what day. Just one day I'm out shopping or something, and then you fucking grab me and just drag me back to your car and just the shit out of me. Yeah, some girls are into that. That's called consensual non-consent, where you consent in advance to having surprise sex at any time. You want it to be a surprise, but you also want them to know it's okay. So that's the kind of thing you get in writing, though, because it can come back to bite you. I've never done anything like that, but I know it exists. And for that reason, it is it's dangerous, because that consent is the only thing between you and an illegal act. You goddamn right you need to get that consent recorded somehow.
He says, you know what I meant by that. I don't know what to call it. So from the very first...
Consensual non-consent is what you call it. CNC.
first interaction we have, she calls our sex rape for some reason, saying how hot it is, to which I clarify that it was
Yeah, she has a rape fetish.
consensual, and she says, I know what you mean. And for the record, I never indulged in her fantasy to be tied up, just not something I was interested in any way. And we also never did anything in the woods, in case you're curious about that. To hammer this point home, let's go over some more texts where Rowan talks about sex. On Friday, May 16th, she texts me asking when I'm free and says that she needs my, quote, big dick. And I say, don't say and she says it is, and I need it. On May 18th, Rowan says she's not used to being with someone with as big of a dick as mine. She says that it hurt her, but she wants to do it again, and she won't be a pussy about it. Some of
Practice makes perfect. You don't get used to it if you don't do your stretches and, just get used to it.
her public claims about me are more desperate.
He is enjoying, like, he keeps bringing up the big dick stuff on purpose. He's trying, this is a humble brag. This is a humble brag. He keeps bringing that line up as much as possible. I mean, A, it's necessary for the allegations, but also I feel like you already made the point with it. You could probably just gloss over it if you really wanted to, but he's not glossing over it. He's bringing it up every single time. We get it, Tom. You have a big dick.
And weird than others. Like she complains that I didn't eat her out.
Like, he never once ate me out, but he would demand that I would constantly suck his dick. And, like, yeah.
But here is a text message of me directly telling her, look, I'm a selfish lover. And she says, it's okay. I like sucking dick more than getting eaten out. I'm a real freak. Despite her acting like I am a like sexual degenerate, repeatedly doing sex acts she doesn't enjoy. Here she is saying, you match my freak, kind of. Not you're too freaky or we've been too freaky. She says that I match her freak. Here in this next one, she says, I'm getting on my knees as soon as I see you, by the way, freak mode. In this next one, I give a little bit of input. I tell her I'm thinking about her pussy. And she responds to me.
So there's, even the embarrassing stuff from Tom isn't like super embarrassing. Damn, dude.
He's saying, you gonna tear it up or what? Now, my question for you in the audience would be, do people who are into slow, romantic, candlelit sex describe intercourse as their pussy getting torn up? I would say probably not. Here in this next one,
they say they get their back blown out. I'm getting the sense that Tom's like not like a super freaky guy like she's trying to paint him, because he's like stumbling over the terminology. He doesn't understand what's normal and what's not normal for sex. Like, I'm getting the impression that Tom's a little sexually inexperienced here.
when she says she's going to leave mass early on Sunday to go get some dick. And keep in mind, I don't want to reveal any of this
It's church girls, man.
information, okay? I don't want to be saying this. I don't want to be here right now. And I would never intend on sexually shaming an ex-partner. But she's gone out of her way to not only shame me, but also to lie in an effort to paint me as some gooner, freak, borderline rapist. So let's keep going. Here, Rowan makes a post saying that I am a Patrick Bateman gooner because I flexed in the mirror after we had sex. But the strange part about this...
That's just a young and dumb thing. I think every guy's done that at some point. Especially after, like, the first time you've had sex, or like if you're just new to sex and you're getting it and you're starting to build that confidence. Yeah, this is that confidence coming out. You're like, I'm the fucking man. I gotta believe I. Especially if that's the first time you've ever nailed a girl as hot as an OnlyFans girl, and you're just like, fuck yeah, and then you go to the get that motherfucker. And yeah. It's nothing. That's not a Patrick Bateman thing. This is a young guy thing. That's an inexperienced sex thing. This just makes Tom look inexperienced with sex, and this is the first time he's getting with a girl this hot, and he's just, boom, confidence unlocked. His passive skill is now unlocked on the skill tree.
Is that I have a text of her saying, quote, I keep thinking about how hot it was watching myself take your big dick in the mirror. Gooner as fuck, sorry. Reading through what she says about me publicly.
And she likes to watch herself. She has admitted to it because of the mirror, which explains why she's the one that wanted to film. She probably goons to her own OnlyFans videos. She is her own simp.
It's like every accusation she makes towards me is actually some kind of confession to her own behavior. On June 25th, she texts me wondering if she can give me head after getting her wisdom teeth taken out. She obviously wouldn't be able to do that because
Yeah, she's just mad you took the dick away. That's what I'm gathering from this.
causes your face to swell up like a blimp. And she responds with, no, I gotta do it as much as possible before. Here, Rowan's asking me, am I the tightest, most perfect girl you ever fucked?
And she needs validation. Okay, it's all making sense. This is a her thing. She's insecure. He's gathered the confidence. She's insecure. She needs validation. She's sex obsessed. Yes, she's fitting the OnlyFans girl stereotype. And he's inexperienced, so he doesn't see the red flags. Got it. Got it. And we figured it out.
On July 2nd, she says, I miss that big dick so much. I'm under spells.
Now she's upset that he took the big dick away. And she's crashing out.
July 5th, I bring up us wearing condoms, and Rowan says, ew, no, and then tells me that she wants me to cream pie her, and that she's a real freak. After I say happy birthday, sweetie, for her 21st, she says that all she wants for her birthday is my big, white...
Okay. I'm going to make it awkward for everybody now. I'm imagining someone showing this video of Turkey Tom's response to this girl's dad. Just going to let you guys sit with that for a minute.
In this next one, she texts me saying, I miss feeling like I'm going to break in half, not gonna lie. In this next one, she says, I like when you make me choke on it and call me a good girl. On July 23rd, she says, can I come over and suck on it Friday night? Which I don't accept. I tell her that I'm busy. She then says, I have the big white cock addiction. Interestingly enough...
Yep, and admits to the addiction. Yeah. Yeah, this is... Oh. Dude. Tom beat the allegations. At least so far, he's beaten all of them so far. This chick sounds like a freak. Like a real freak.
Enough. In this next one, she's asking me if I can,
This is unironically also going to get her more OnlyFans. Like, more fans to her page. There are going to be guys who see this and just go like, I need a girl like this. And, yeah, she's going to make profit off of this.
If I can have sex with her while holding her in the air, essentially, and tells me that I should try to do it. Once again, a pretty bizarre thing to ask someone to...
No, that's a normal sex position seen in porn. I'm also getting that Tom stopped gooning merchandise is probably pretty real, because it sounds like he doesn't even goon that often. I don't know what kind of porn he watches, but yeah, that's a pretty common when the like guy lifts a girl up, picks her up off the bed, they fuck while they're standing up for a little while, then he drops her on the bed. Yeah, that's pretty common shit. She's gonna get lots of simps from this. Oh, for fucking sure, dude. For fucking sure. And yeah, like, that's not a weird thing to ask, the, like, fucking a girl while you're standing up thing. I feel like that's a super common one. That's just pretty normal shit. That's not even, like, kinky.
Do, who allegedly has been abusing you for 3 months by now with overly rough sex. On July 21st, she starts off by texting me, I hate gooner men, and then not even 1 minute later, she says, I need that big white cock. On August 23rd,
she hates gooner men. Oh, that's the insecurity talking. Okay, so that's the insecurity talking. She's a gooner. She is a sex-obsessed gooner. And that's the insecurity talking. Because she hates gooner men because she doesn't want them gooning to other girls. Just her. It's just her. So she wants a guy who's only going to goon to her, who's going to do things that she wants. Yeah, it sounds like she kind of wants an inexperienced guy so that she can be the one to show him all of this. She can be the one to introduce him to this kinky world, and then hopefully that will kind of like make it so that he's obsessed with her. It sounds like he wants the guy to train a guy to be as obsessed with her as she is. She wants clay to mold. I was trying to think of the best way to put that. Yeah, she wants clay to mold.
she says, whenever I wake up without my morning...
And Tom sounded like he kind of was that, which is how he fell into this.
Tom facefuck, I am sad. On September 2nd, she expresses that she wished she lived closer to me, but if she did, it would be an issue because she would want to come suck my dick all the time. On September 17th, she sends me an Instagram...
Sounds like she is Tectone's wet dream. Remember Tectone, the accusation against Tectone is that all he ever wanted was to have his dick sucked, that he dated that girl for a year and they never had vaginal sex. She just sucked his dick a lot.
Reel of someone praying the rosary. I don't respond, and she follows up by saying, I miss that.
And she keeps mixing in the religious context to it too. That's probably part of the kink. She just, like, that keeps coming up. She wants to fuck him immediately after mass. She's bringing up the rosary. Yeah, like it's super weird. Like, I think she likes the idea of being a sinner. Like, that's part of the kink, because she keeps bringing up all this religious iconography and doing it on religious days immediately after church. This girl's got a number of kinks and probably daddy issues and mental illness. If not daddy issues, at least mental illness. Yeah, damn, she crazy as fuck. Yeah. That's what it's sounding like, man. The crazy ones are always good in bed, though. And this is why. See? Stereotypes exist for a reason.
Dick so much. Here in this next photo, she sends me a picture of her in lingerie with the caption, "When it's rape time." And after she said that, all I did was respond with a photo of the movie Just Friends.
Based response, Tom. I want to know how she reacts to telling her favorite BWC it's rape time, and he's like, just friends.
On Thursday,
he knows this is making him look base too. He's enjoying this. Damn, Tom beat the allegations, man, in the most base way possible. Tom is so me, dude. Me too, man. There are some responses. Tom is younger me. Before I got experience. Now I'm experienced and I'd have even more fun with it now than I did back then. But there's little moments he's having here where he gets the confidence to be like based and make the base response and reply with memes and stuff to not fall into the trap she's clearly setting.
September 25th at 7:30 a.m.
To not give her the control she so wants.
Rowan says, "I hope you come. I got something special for our rape times." I say, change that to consensual sexual encounters, and she says,
He's being super careful because it's in text and he doesn't want shit to leak. This is the content part of his brain I'm talking. I'm still standing by my theory that he is sexually inexperienced, but he is super experienced when it comes to the world of being an influencer, and he knows what will get him into trouble, so he's avoiding it.
I know. She expands on this.
These two worlds are colliding.
Particular message and says, "Are you mad at me? I know it's consensual." So even as we're approaching over 4 months of being together, she's still telling me that our sex is consensual and that she likes it. Now that I've gone through a lot of our messages, I think it's pertinent.
All right. So remember, there was more than one accuser. There was this girl and the other girl. He has thoroughly debunked this girl, made her a freak, got her a bunch of new fans on OnlyFans, and saved his reputation. This is one of those situations where, in all honesty, they both kind of win. He gets to beat the allegations, and she is going to have a ton of new OnlyFans subs from this, and her inbox is about to fucking explode.
That we get into the month of October. This is the month that Rowan has publicly claimed that there was one specific incident that occurred during which she asked me to stop having sex with her, and I did not. To be perfectly clear, this never happened. But just to have some fun, we can go through our text
Yeah, he's having fun with it now at this point. He's just admitting it.
day by day in this month.
I would too, man.
To see which day this horrific incident could have possibly occurred. On October 2nd, she texted me saying, "You are perfect." On October 3rd and 4th, we hung out. She asked me if I got home okay, and she said,
"This is why you don't respond to allegations immediately. Make the mistake that Tectone did, which landed him, a protection order charge. You don't respond immediately. You don't have that knee-jerk reaction. You take your time. You watch the fallout, you gather your evidence, and you give a well-thought-out response." Turkey Tom's covered enough bad responses to allegations to know what a good one is, and so far he is nailing it.
Says that I am her formal date in her heart. She then says that she hates when anyone comments on her body, even in a positive way.
And there's the insecurity again.
And I tell her that she should eat slop and go for a walk and not worry about it, and that she is beautiful. On October 8th, she continues being sexual, complimenting my arm. She then resends me a meme that says, "Me if I do not have violent sex very soon." On October 8th,
Yeah, she's insecure, and sexual validation is how she feels better about it. It's how she's coping with it, which is probably part of the reason that led to her starting an OnlyFans, but the money is why she keeps it. Or both. Could still be both.
She also says, "I miss my handsome husband." Here, I tell her I landed in Texas. She says, "I miss sucking on it." She then texts me saying, "You got to start..."
Damn, she talks about sex more than most dudes. Like, every text she's sending. Like, she finds a way to, make it sexual. Even something as simple as, "Let me know when you land safe." All right, I've landed. I'm here safe. I miss sucking it. She just brings it up out of nowhere. It is an obsession for her.
putting rape time in your reminders. On October 9th, she says that she wants to hang out.
Which again is just going to lead to more OnlyFans subs for her, though. Jesus.
I say I arrived. On October 10th, she says, let me know when you get back safe. I always have such a fun time with you. On October 14th, she says...
She's talking about sex again. She's talking about sex again. Even though that one wasn't explicitly sexual, at this point, anytime she says fun, she means sex. You could just take it to be that she means sex. She doesn't mean like, oh, I love our game nights. I love our date nights. Oh, I have so much fun when I'm with you because you're so funny and you're such a joy to be around. You're such a good guy. No, she's not having that. It's sex. She's talking about sex. I've talked to a girl like this and I had to end it. Yeah, this is what I was telling you guys before, where you need to understand the kind of girl you're talking to. I'm not saying guys shouldn't talk to this kind of girl, or you shouldn't have fun sub to their OnlyFans. Maybe you'll get lucky and she'll want to make content with you. Maybe you'll be part of her Fan Fuck Friday or whatever. So, like, I get it, but you need to understand what this is. This girl is fun for a weekend, maybe a month. This is at best, a short-term relationship. Okay, this is a girl that you do not get attached to. You have your fun, and when she starts to get too attached, like, you have to know when to quit. You can't get carried away. This is a girl you have fun with, and you read the room, and when it seems like you might be flying a little too close to the sun, back out. Back out before she gets too attached and it gets to this point where she's crashing out and making allegations against you. Have your fun, don't let her get attached, and then walk away. And that's it. Like, you don't get attached, you don't let her get attached. Friends with benefits at most, and even then, you keep I don't even want to say friends with benefits, because you don't want to be friends with her, because then she could get attached even as a friend. And if you take the sex away, she's tied the sex into the friendship, so not having the friendship would be part of it for her. Yeah, so I would even say not friends with benefits, just keep her on a tight leash. Keep her well, not a tight leash, but keep her at a distance. Arm's length. All right? Got to be careful.
She wishes she was waking up to me in the morning, and she then expresses sadness that I'm not moving closer to the city where she's from to live near her. She then states that her life has improved since meeting me, because previously she was partying and going out, and now she spends...
Cock length away. Well, I mean, unless you got a small cock. I mean, obviously, if you're hung like a fucking horse, like Turkey Tom is, it's a good way to put it.
Time with me. On October 15th,
good for you, Tom. Good for you, bud.
She says, I started my...
You're an inspiration to us all.
Period. I wish I could come suck on it. And that evening, she says, I would kill myself if I had to talk to any other man but you. I say, that's true.
Yep, and now she's obsessed. That is a red flag statement. See, this is where Tom's inexperience shows where he didn't read the red flag statement. Because that's one of those, oh shit, she's reaching obsessive stalker level shit now. Now is see, if they get to the point where they're making statements like that, it's hard to walk away from, because now if you try to walk away, at this point, it's going to come back to bite you. Yeah, like this kind of shit is going to happen. Damn it. The vaulting animation is fucking me up.
True, I'm a nice guy. And she says, yeah, I'm the bad guy. On October 17th, we've already read this, but this is once again where she says, do you ever go back and watch our videos? And I say,
that means she does, and she doesn't want to sound weird by saying she does. She's probably, all right. I'm gonna kind of go out on a limb here and try to make a prediction, try to mind read a little bit. She's asking that question for two reasons. One, to see if it's weird, if he'll think it's weird that she watches them. And if he doesn't think it's weird that she watches them, or he was receptive to this, she would then, I guarantee you, if he says yes, the next response is going to be, we should have sex while watching our video of us having sex. She wants to get fucked while watching herself get fucked. That's what she wants. She wants to have sex while watching their sex tape.
Yeah, I do sometimes actually. And she responds to me that she's thinking about that right now and says, quote, need that big white cock. In the mirror, you deadass look like the Hulk compared to me. Now, one thing to note here is that at no point does she...
Okay, so she didn't say what I thought she was going to say, but she kind of said it. Because she watches herself getting fucked by him in the mirror while getting fucked by him. Watching the video is just another version of that.
He expressed that the videos were taken...
He should rename himself to Horsecock Tom. Yeah, the turkey thing isn't doing it for you, bud. You are no longer Turkey Tom. I would say horse Tom, but then he's just gonna get DMs from Vosh.
without her consent. Once again, I just want to have that hammered down here. On October 19th, she texted me saying she needs my milk right now. She then says I miss my perfect jacked boyfriend, and that night she sends me nudes. At 10 p.m., she sends me a photo of a guy with a clock in his hand and says, I need that dick. On October 21st, I sent her a bicep photo. She responds saying, you look good, Tom. I can't wait to suck your dick. She says, I love you. You're a great boyfriend.
She's fully obsessed at this point. He has not read the red flags, and he's gotten in too deep. And they're getting worse. They're getting more frequent and getting worse. They're getting more blatant and more frequent. The red flags are just starting to just pile on now.
Then says, you never officially asked me to be your girlfriend, to which I say that we did. On October 23rd, there's proof we hung out that day. She then says, text me when you get home safe, and I say, I made it. She also texted me saying, I love when my bed smells like your musk.
Hold on, I gotta go back. Did he just say that she called him her boyfriend, and he said, we never agreed that I was your boyfriend, and then she said that she did, and he just kind of glosses over that. So I want to see those texts now.
She says, I love you. You're a great boyfriend. She then says, you never officially asked me to be your girlfriend.
You never officially asked me to be your girlfriend. But they are girlfriend. Oh, okay, so he never officially asked. They were just friends with benefits and fucking. And she started calling him her boyfriend. This is her testing the waters then. Because they've been fucking for so long, she wants to be the girlfriend, but he hasn't asked. So she's like, well, I'm going to call him the boyfriend and see if he corrects me. And if he doesn't, then that means I'm her girlfriend. I'm his girlfriend. He didn't correct me. Yeah, that's what she's doing.
Girlfriend, to which I say that we did. On October...
Oh, and he says that he did. Okay, so he's not pretending like he didn't date her. They're not just friends with benefits. So he's being very clear on that. Okay, cool.
23rd,
if he hadn't asked, then that's what she was doing. That's a common tactic for girls to do. If you've been friends with benefits for a while, that's one of those red flag statements. When she calls you a boyfriend and you're like, oh, we're just friends with benefits, you have to correct her. You have to. Even if you don't want to hurt her feelings, you have to correct her. Because if you don't, you just confirm that you're her boyfriend. That's how she's going to take that.
There's proof we hung out that day. She then says, text me when you get home safe, and I say, I made it. She also texted me saying, I love when my bed smells like your musk. On October 24th, she says, good night, you're the best boyfriend ever. October 25th, she sends me a...
Did she just say, I like when my bed smells like Elon Musk?
It smells like your musk. On October...
Oh, your musk.
24th, she says, good night, you're the best boyfriend ever. October 25th, she sends me a photo of herself in a deer outfit and says, meow, I miss Tom's big white dick. That night, she says,
Jesus Christ. A deer outfit but says meow. If you needed proof she was mental, there it is.
I'm going to send you ass pics tomorrow. On October 26th,
She never got that little toy as a kid that tells her what the animals say.
read this one before, but here she says, next time during our epic rape time, you can tie me up. I say, you mean...
She just refers to sex as rape time now. That's just how she refers to sex. Another red flag. If she's referring to every sexual encounter as rape time, that's how she's viewing sex. If she's viewing sex as a whole as rape, red flag, dude. Red flag. A CNC kink is one thing, but if every single time she's referencing sex, she refers to sex as her rape time, yeah, you got to correct that. And it sounds like that's what Tom did. You got to correct that, because holy shit, dude.
Here she says, next time during our epic rape time, you can tie me up. I say, you mean consensual sex, and she...
Yep, correct it. You have to correct it.
Follows it up by saying, you know what I mean, Tom, rough sex.
Yeah, she's viewing sex as... Okay, so that's just how she views sex as a whole. She wants that so bad. She's doing a very poor job of hinting at it, but she is hinting at it. She's hinting at it that's what I want. I want you to rape me. I want you, like, she's drilling it into his head. She really wants that. And he's made it very clear he's not into it.
Once again, these are really weird messages to be sending to someone that you now claim is sexually abusing you on a weekly basis. Now, that evening, the evening of October 26th, we can see that I hang out at Rowan's house and I sleep over. Then there's a text that shows that I'm leaving and mentioned that I took my friend to the hospital. On October 27th, she says that she hopes I'm doing well. She loves me so much. On October 30th, she says that we'll be married in 2 years. October 31st.
Wow. So many red flag statements. Holy shit.
At 12:30 in the morning, she texts me and says, I had a nightmare you broke up with me. Oh my God.
And there's another one.
She then says that I should cut a hole in my Batman suit for my dick. On October 31st in the afternoon, she says, oh, Tom, I yearn for the big white cock. On November 1st...
Damn, just over and over and over and over. She is obsessed with sex and so scared that he's going to take that dick away. There are so many red flags here, Tom. If I criticize Tom at all, it's that you didn't read the fucking room. This just speaks to your inexperience. The writing was on the wall with this one, man. She was very, very, very blatant with her red flags. Like, they became so frequent and blatant, I can't believe you missed them. Ooh, that just speaks to the inexperience.
At 1:20 a.m., she says, up? No good night? I love you? Yeah, it's fucking over. I tell
Oh, yeah, and she's getting clingy now.
her that I'm falling asleep.
He can't even go to bed without texting her first.
And she says, you was madly in love with her and not me. I'm going to kill myself.
And the insecurity comes talking. Holy fuck, now she's jealous of another girl and threatening to offer stuff. Dude, there are so many fucking red flags here. You are past the point of needing to get out. I get it's fun, but the fun is over. It's time to get out. You're gooning too close to the sun, my friend.
Tell her, good night, I'll see you tomorrow. And I then say, do not say anything like that ever again. Now, for a little more context on this.
Yeah, you should have left at that point. Telling her not to say it again doesn't mean she's going to stop feeling it. All you're doing is telling her not to show you the red flags anymore, but they're still there, man. They're still there. Holy shit. I feel like this type of girl would have eventually stopped taking birth control so that she could get pregnant and trap him. Oh, 100%. She already told him no condoms, and that he wants him to cream pie her, come inside me. Dude, like, she's already laid the groundwork. She was already laying the groundwork here. I wouldn't be surprised if she did stop taking her birth control and he just lucked out and didn't get her pregnant. Like, dude, yeah, she's thrown up enough red flags that you should be out. Holy damn, dude.
Specific message and what she's talking about here. During our entire relationship, she was extremely insecure about the fact that before
Yeah, that's very obvious.
I was with her, I had lived with a girl, and she wanted me to basically show more commitment in the relationship than I was willing to show, as far as like moving physically closer to her. And at a few points she suggested that we move in together, and I said, you know, it's just too soon, we're not really ready for that. I don't think that makes sense after dating for just a few months to move in together. So that's the context of this. She would constantly bring up shit and compare herself to my ex or ex-sexual partners in general, but
Yeah, it's very insecure.
my ex-girlfriend, and I was like, don't say stuff like that. Like, I'm dating you right now, stop worrying about this. So later on in the night,
Yep.
she texts me saying mass is
response.
needed.
Good response, but she's giving you enough red flags that you should have just been looking for the door, man. Tom's looking for ways to make this work. You know, like, how do I make this work? Do I stop the red flags? Maybe if he thinks he can. For lack of a better term, Tom is doing the I can fix her thing, where he's just trying to make it work when there's nothing there. There's nothing to make work, man. It's over. It's over. This is what it is. You need to be looking for the door.
I am such a sweet girl and have love in my heart for you. I know this. And this carries into the morning where she says, hi, my sweet love. The next day around noon, she says, sorry for being kind of bitchy. Let me know when you're on your way. I say that I have arrived. We take a photo in our Halloween outfits.
Yeah, and the constant texting. Tell me when you leave. Tell me when you're on your way. Tell me when you're here. Text me before you go to bed. You went to bed and you didn't text me first? Yeah, like it's this constant need for validation, the constant reminders that she wants you to be as obsessed with her as she is of you. This constant need for a reminder that we're together, we're together, we're together. Just letting you know I'm thinking about you and that we're together. She's constantly thinking about it. Yeah, that's a huge red flag.
And on November 2nd, I say that I made it home, and she says that she hopes that I have a good day. So we've now made it through the entire month of October, and there's no indication of any kind of abuse, any kind of mistreatment, or even really anything negative. But almost every single day, she says something about how she loves me, how I'm perfect, how everything is good, and she keeps sending me sexual stuff the entire time without me even asking. At the risk of belaboring the point, I do want to go through a few more messages just for the hell of it, just so I can confidently show that she was extremely sexual the entire time and never expressed any reservations about the sex we were having.
Damn it,
On
no.
Wednesday, November 5th, out of nowhere, she texts me saying, "I'm trying to make you nut." I just don't respond. On December 12th, she sends me nudes again. Kind of a
I
weird
just
thing
don't
to send to
respond.
someone who apparently has sexual blackmail on you again, is it not? On December 24th,
Okay, so we're past the point where she knows the just in case folder exists, and she's still sending the nudes. Okay, well, that debunks the you believed it was a blackmail folder thing then. All right, so that was the one I was worried about, and yep, as predicted, she doesn't. She definitely did not see it as a blackmail folder or a red flag at the time, because she continued to send him nudes knowing they were going to go into that folder.
she says that I am a sweetie pie. She's grateful for me. She wants to make me nut again, in her words, and she hopes we're married for a long time. On January 2nd, she sends me a naked photo of herself, again, unprompted. And the morning of January 8th, Rowan texts me saying that before
I mean, random nudes are fun, but if you're dating the kind of girl who's into this many random nudes and just talks about it this much, yeah, have your fun and leave. It is kind of nice to just get random nudes, though. Sometimes, you know, you could be having a bad day, and then you get a text from that girl, and you open your phone, and you see some tits, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's good. I miss those. And it kind of makes your day, you know? Titty Tuesday, bitches.
she comes to visit me, she needs to know that my dick is working. Less than 36 hours
Why would it not? Jesus Christ. She almost treats his dick like it's a separate person, and he's just the vehicle that carries it around.
later, I broke up with her. So as you can see, the texts don't lie. Rowan was blatantly the more sexual one in the relationship. I've produced evidence of
By a long shot.
this nearly every single week, and she didn't produce any because there isn't any. But apart from the idea that I filmed her without her
And owned. Allegations debunked. Jesus. Maybe because it's the size of a person. It's Tom's mini-me. Go Tom, man. Jesus Christ. These are the best allegations an influencer could ask for. Holy shit, dude. They all boil down to my dick's too big. My dick is too big and too good. It's not that it's too big, but it's so good she's addicted to it. My dick's like fentanyl. Big, whopping case of fentanyl. God damn. Every guy watching this is like, Tom's my hero. I'll admit, I'm a little jealous of Tom now. I wish I had a big addictive fentanyl cock.
consent, and apart from the idea that I was a
Well, maybe not. Because this is what it does to girls. It's a curse. You'll have a lot of fun with it, but it also, most of the girls you put it in will end up like this, which makes it hard to find an actual wife and settle down with a girl who doesn't get mind fucked by your giant cock.
sexually abusive partner. She actually made some other claims as well. So another claim she
But hey, all else fails, Tom. You've got a future as a porn star. All right, you will make bank.
made is that I encouraged her eating disorder.
Yeah, I told him very early on, like, hey, like, I've struggled with eating issues in the past, and I'm kind of still trying to gain some weight and make sure everything's okay. And he would tell me, oh, I love how skinny you are. I like how small you are, like, I love how your body is, like, skinny, and, like, just say all this stuff.
So Tom doesn't like fat chicks. Okay, what's the red flag here? I mean, he's got a type, and it's skinny chick. There's nothing wrong with that. There's also nothing wrong with all your fat chicks. If you're a BBW enthusiast, that's also fine. But just saying, he has a type. Who cares? This is nothing.
That was incredibly hard to hear.
This is also a pretty serious claim, and if true, would undoubtedly make me a pretty fucked up
I don't think it's as serious as you're thinking. And this is the one you think would be fucked up? Really? This is the red flag for you? Holy shit, Tom. This is nothing.
guy, but it's just not true. Here, I directly discourage her eating disorder, even giving her advice on gaining weight, and I say starving yourself is
He's more worried about how the internet would react to it and not how serious it actually is. Got it.
very bad for
Influencer brain came out.
you. In this next screenshot, she says she used to be thick, but she self-nuked. I say you look the same, more or less. I guess you lost some weight, but I think both are
Yeah, she's got a mental eating disorder where she looks in the mirror and sees something different than what we see.
attractive. This next one, she says that she feels skinny fat. I say I don't agree, and I say that working out is good. And this next one, she sends me an image that says nothing tastes as good as skinny feels, and I say that's a sickening image. Now, for those who don't know, this is like it's like a pro anorexia slogan, I guess you would call it. Here in this next screenshot, she asked me if I'd still like her.
Yeah, it's cope for anorexic chicks. They're like, oh, doesn't matter how good the thing tastes. Damn it. Just hit my hand on the desk. Ow. Doesn't matter how good food tastes, being skinny is better. It feels better than food tastes. Yeah, it's anorexia cope.
If she gained weight.
And also a red flag.
And I say, yes.
To add to our collection of red flags.
Here in this next one, I tell her explicitly she should eat more food and drink protein shakes to gain weight. And I also tell her that gaining weight...
Protein shakes don't gain weight. Okay. I mean, Tom is thinking like a dude. It's not how it works for chicks. Trust me, I've had the same problem. I've tried to gain weight numerous times throughout my life. It just doesn't happen. My body refuses to gain weight. And protein shakes don't do it. Protein shakes are what you drink when you've already put on the mass and now you're building muscle. So he's never had to do the step where you gain the mass. So he's just thinking about like what makes him bigger in the gym. And yeah, protein shakes will do it. They help turn that mass into muscle. But you still got to have the mass first.
It would be healthy for her, as well as saying, I just want you to be healthy. Here in this next one, I tell her that
Which is the correct response. Like, I don't care, how big you are, etc. I just want you to be healthy. Damn.
Find her sexy how she is, but that it could be healthy for her to gain 5 to 10 pounds. So this is now 7 instances of me actively discouraging her eating disorder, despite her lying and saying that I was egging it on. Now, one of the other allegations that Rowan has levied towards me is that I'm into age play.
Yeah, I mean, he gave the correct answers there. Now, this is the only one I said he really needs to debunk. I mean, I guess the eating disorder one too, but that was kind of a nothing burger because her responses alone just, All right, the age play one's the one I was worried about, though. This is the one he really needs to debunk.
She's not alleging that I did it with her. She's alleging that I did it with another girl named Ellie, who I briefly talked to 2 years ago. Now, there's no proof whatsoever that I did anything close to age play, but...
Well, there's circumstantial proof. I'll call it that. This allegation combined with the pictures that this girl posts of her bedroom, and just look at the... All I had to do was Google a picture. Look at the thumbnail from my video going over the allegations. It's a picture of Tom in the room with this girl, and it looks like my daughter's bedroom. My daughter is 11. It looks like a child's bedroom. She's dressed like in basically a child's outfit, like kid pajamas or Hello Kitty. Like, you could argue adults like Hello Kitty too, but whatever. Given the context of where she's standing, it's kid pajamas. She's dressed like and she's very much just playing a big child. So you dating a girl who's into age play and then getting accused of age play, I know that's not evidence in and of itself, but it doesn't look good. I'd call it circumstantial. There's reason to be suspicious. You still need more evidence to prove it, but for people on the internet, this isn't a court of law. In the court of public opinion, it seems more likely than not that you might be into it. That's why this one looked bad. So I'm hoping he's got something to debunk this one. And yes, I did use AI to put Tom in a dress and make him look like a little girl in that thumbnail. That is not what he was actually wearing in the picture. Fuck you, it's funny.
I did text her about these allegations, and she clearly states that I've never done age play. An ex-girlfriend...
Oh, well, there you go. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, he got it in writing. Damn. Good job, Tom.
Of mine named Kai.
I didn't expect her to just come out and say it so simply. To just, bam, well, the person that I was accused of doing age play with said I never did age play. I mean, what more could you ask for? As far as debunking that kind of allegation. Because how else do you get proof of that? I mean, really.
Guy who I dated for 3
He's literally tasked with proving a negative, to prove he never did something. And there's no physical evidence of something never happening. So the best you can get is a testimony. And he got it immediately in plain English.
years also publicly posted on Twitter saying that I never abused her and that we never did anything related to age play. So this brings the total counter up to 5 people: Rowan, Katie, Ellie, Kai, and another random girl I banged a year ago named Maddie, who for some reason came out in the midst of all of this to post pictures of herself in my house.
her, I would say, is clout chasing. She's just dogpiling on to an ongoing drama in order to get the clout from it. So she probably got a bunch of OnlyFans subs from it. I'm guessing she's an OnlyFans girl too, because that seems to be your type. But your type is OnlyFans girl. But I would guess hers was for clout and money, and it probably worked.
And all of these people say that I never was
Probably not as well as the first girls, because holy shit, after this video, she's going to be... You just made her rich, Tom. But you beat the allegation, so I guess worth it. Everybody, both of you won in the end, I guess. But this random girl you banged, yes, that was 100% for clout.
into this fetish with them. The closest thing I've ever engaged in when it comes to age play is that sometimes girls do call me daddy during sex.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that age play. Look, I don't like it either, but I've had girls use the daddy thing. It's so fucking common at this point that you just have to, you just got to ignore it. Even if you're not into it, you just got to ignore that one. Like, it's so fucking common that it doesn't even mean the thing it sounds like it means anymore. Girls just use it as like a pet name at this point. It's just what girls think they're supposed to call the guy that they're dating. So many girls are like, yes, daddy, and it doesn't mean anything. It's not actually a kink for them. They just say it because they think that's what you say. Like back in the 90s, it was baby, then it was sweetie, then it was blah blah blah. Yeah, like pet names. Culturally, pet names change, and this seems to be the current one. But yes, I've had girls say it, and especially after you have kids, it feels weird to have a girl calling you daddy. And if she says it too much, I'll say something. Like me and the wife have had girls over that have joined us who have said it, and the wife just gives me that look. And I'm like, okay, if she only does it once, whatever. If it becomes a thing, then eventually you have to sit down and have that conversation with them. Can we use a different pet name? Can we agree on pet names? Because this one makes me a little uncomfortable. It's weird having you join me and the wife in the bedroom, and then the next day I go downstairs to get my kids ready for school, and they're also calling me daddy. It's a little weird. It's like that whole thing sounds like a nothing burger until you have kids, and then the context changes.
It's a little embarrassing given that I am me. I accept that it's something people are going to see as a little bit strange. All I can really do at this point is accept that it's something that I've done.
Anyone who sees that as strange has never had sex with a real life woman, because again, that's a really common thing. It's probably happened to every guy at this point. I wonder if he's been in one of their videos. I mean, he made videos with the last girl, as far as in one of their OnlyFans videos. Wait, were you talking about the OnlyFans videos, or who were you talking about here?
And I think that Rowan should accept it about herself too, given that she also called me daddy during sex and over text repeatedly. In the same vein as this accusation, Rowan stated, one more thing to add I thought was odd. Never really expressed any interest in Hello Kitty or that type of e-girl stuff, but I had like one Hello Kitty figure in my car. As a gift, Tom bought me Hello Kitty pajamas and a bunch of Hello Kitty stuff. So Rowan essentially wants you to believe...
So if there's... Oh, okay, well that raises the question that if you're not into it, and she's not into it, why would you give it to her as a gift? If there was no hint that she might be into this, why did you buy this as a gift? I'm going to give Tom the benefit of the doubt here and say that e-girl is his type, and he just thinks all e-girls are into it. He did just refer to Hello Kitty stuff as that e-girl stuff. So maybe he just thinks this is part of e-girl content, and he was trying to give her something she could use for content, maybe? Yeah, an OnlyFans vid, I don't think he's been in any of their videos. He's definitely been in videos with them, but I don't think that they've been used as content. Because making the video with him is one thing, but they can't use it as content without his consent. Also, he would have to have an OnlyFans of his own for them to tag him on. Because OnlyFans, Pornhub, like all of these adult sites work off a tagging system. So anytime you see like collaborative efforts like that, either it's on a shared account, that's a couple's account, so then, they're making couples videos anyway, or it's one creator tagging another one to say featuring blah, 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 and they have to actually tag them so that, people know who's in the video. That's how OnlyFans does, OnlyFans, Pornhub, that's how these sites do their verification, is you have to get your own account and get it verified, and then you can make as much content with you want as with other creators because they can just tag you. That's an easier way than having to like do the verification for every individual video. So that's why they do that.
Believe that I'm pushing Hello Kitty onto her as if I have some kind of weird fascination with it. But the truth is that I am a 23...
And if Tom did have an OnlyFans account, even if it was for that purpose, it would have 100% leaked by now. and there's no proof of it, so it doesn't exist.
Year old man, and I don't give a fuck about Hello Kitty, okay? The only reason I bought her anything Hello Kitty themed at all, which was once, by the way, was because she frequently expressed interest in it. Here she is sending me a photo.
Oh, okay, so she did express interest in it. I was about to say, did she give you a reason, or was this you just assuming all e-girls like it and you gave it to her? Which would be kind of an L for you, but sounds like she expressed interest in it. Yeah, she's got Hello Kitty in the picture, so okay. It sounds like you read the room and you just misread it. Okay.
With a Hello Kitty figurine next to her printer.
But given the fact that he was trying to read the room and she literally had Hello Kitty in the room, giving him a pass on this one. It was an honest mistake to make. I can see how he made that mistake.
Here she is sending me a photo with a hand-drawn and colored Hello Kitty image on her wall.
Okay, there was multiple instances of it. All right, yep, this is a nothing burger.
Yeah, she made these herself. Here, in regards to her decorating my room, she says, "No Hello Kitty," with a frowny face, and I say,
okay, yep, she was clearly into it. Or at least pretending to be into it for some reason. Okay, so, debunked. Damn, I thought maybe there would just be, if it was just that one thing of you seeing Hello Kitty in her bedroom and going, oh, she likes Hello Kitty, and then buying it, that's an honest mistake to make, but kind of an L take because you probably needed more than that. But she's given you plenty, so yeah.
Say correct. And something interesting about these texts is that she shows that she has a poster of the movie Lolita on her wall. I wonder what the movie Lolita could possibly be about. This film is about a middle-aged professor who is sexually attracted to adolescent girls he calls nymphettes. He rents a room in the house of a young widow to get closer to her 14-year-old daughter, Dolores
Jesus.
Hayes Lowe, whom he calls Lolita. Obsessed with the girl,
Which is where the term lolly comes from, by the way. So lolly is short for Lolita, and Lolita is specifically referencing this guy who he's a pedophile. It specifically references a pedophile. In case you guys want to know why lolly bad, it's literally in the fucking name.
he eventually gains control over her after he takes her cross-country with him. Rowan even says that I should watch this movie, to which I reply that I feel like it's a movie adult men aren't supposed to see. In this next screenshot, Rowan asks me if I start dressing like a weird Hello Kitty e-girl.
I mean, depending on how it ends, adult men may be supposed to see it. If it's one of those movies where the ending is the guy fucks his life up and it shows how bad it is, it depends on how it's portraying this man in the movie. I haven't seen the movie, but it depends on how it's portraying him. If it's portraying him as a monster and like a guy struggling with a sickness and that you know he's the bad guy, then yeah, fine, you can watch it. If it's painting him as the hero or trying to normalize this, then no, you definitely should not be watching that.
Would you still fuck with me? And I replied, no, I don't want you to do that. I find it kind of repulsive. Here, Rowan is texting me upset that she has to take down all of the Hello Kitties from her dorm room. And this next one is probably the strangest reference to Hello Kitty out of all of them. Here, she's sending me a video that says, get you a man that takes you to the Hello Kitty hotel. And under it, she writes, imagine the rape here. And I say, I will not imagine. Now, with some of the more
That could imply that you want to rape her, though. Again, could also be taken two ways. It could be you don't want to imagine it because you're grossed out by it, or I don't need to imagine it because I'm going to do it. Could have been a little more clear with that text, Tom.
insane projections and lies
But given your history of not being into it,
out of the way, I'd like to get into some strange details that Rowan also decided to lie about for whatever reason she may have. One thing that a lot of people pointed out that's strange is that Rowan had taken a photo of us matching on Tinder before we met in person.
Yeah, I took a picture.
yeah, if you're taking a picture of him, look, because she's claiming she didn't know he was an influencer, so she kind of debunked herself here. She's claiming she didn't know he was an influencer, but she saw his profile and took a picture of it before they matched. Which would mean you knew he was someone famous before matching with him, and that's why you took the photo. That's why you took the screenshot of his profile. Otherwise, the only way that I believe that you didn't know he was an influencer, but you took a screenshot of his profile before swiping right, is if you did that to every profile that gets shown to you, so you can have a log of everybody you could potentially match with. It just doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. There's just no way that this isn't you knowing he was an influencer.
Sure the match because I could kind of tell there was like something weird about this guy. Like I didn't know if he was famous.
There's something weird about him, so I swiped right on him. Like there's no way she explains this. That I'm sorry, you knew who he was. You swiped right because you knew who he was. That's it. That's the only explanation. Oh shit, am I trapped down here? No.
Or whatever, and also I did that to other people as well on Tinder.
Dude, how do I get out of here?
Just like everybody you matched with to like gossip with, like girlfriends.
Yeah, like a couple of them. But yeah, he seemed like kind of weird, so I took pictures of our match.
She's also stated repeatedly that she's not a very online person multiple times throughout her testimony. But the wild thing about this is, Rowan had sent me a message on my YouTube connected Instagram all the way back on February 21st of 2024, 15 months before matching me on Tinder, where she said, you have to do a video on this crazy guy on Twitter who only has like 3,000 followers, but this man is a menace. I even confronted her about this when we first hung out because I found it very strange that she lied to my face when she first met me and said she didn't know who I was. I said, hey, I looked...
Yeah, she definitely knew who he was then.
At our messages on Instagram and saw you DM me over a year ago. Rowan said,
oh, she's been clout chasing for over a year. Oh, shit, I didn't realize it was a year ago. I didn't hear that part. I was distracted by Fortnite, but yeah. She got straight up excited when his face showed up in her Tinder feed and swiped right immediately and took a screenshot of, oh yeah, this was all 100% planned. And then he found a DM from you a year ago and you didn't know who he was? No shot. Debunked. Another one on the board for Tom.
Said, oops, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't want to tell you, but I watched one of your vids a while ago and thought you were cute, but I thought it would be awkward. I responded, that's okay. I was just surprised.
Yeah, this is that parasocial stalker. That was already stalker behavior. I saw a guy on YouTube I thought was cute, and then I went after him. Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ. So the red flag was there, Tom. That should have been your first red flag. Oh, shit. This girl is only interested in me because I'm an influencer. Like, she's a parasocial fan who... Dude, they make movies about this, Tom. Jesus.
Surprised. She replied, I know I probably look crazy. I said,
yes.
I mean a little bit.
She's very aware of how crazy she looks, and you should be too. Yes, this is crazy.
It's okay. I just wish you told me. That's all. She answered, I didn't want to because I thought it would be weird. I'm sorry. Kind of lied about some stuff. I was like a niche internet micro celebrity on Twitter for a little bit too. I'm chronically online and didn't want to admit it, lol. I've gotten better about it. Once again,
there were like 5 red flags in that one paragraph. Tom. Stop thinking with your massive member. Okay? Your inexperience is showing, and holy fuck.
And this is just another detail that it doesn't even make sense to publicly lie about, but it's just one of those things that makes me question her intentions throughout the entire relationship looking back. Publicly, she's also misrepresented the end of our relationship. In the interview, it stated that our breakup took place in December.
She's lying about a lot of this stuff because she knows most people are going to believe the girl at face value and not look into it. And there's probably going to still be a number of people who believe her even after you debunk it. Because welcome to the internet. And there's probably a little bit for clout because she's admitted to being a micro celebrity and she probably misses that. She misses that attention. It's for attention. It's for multiple reasons, but attention's also one of them.
And that after that, she realized how bad it was, and she felt the need to contact Katie, who we're going to get into later. This is blatantly untrue. We broke up on January 10th of this year, 2026, and she began posting about me on January 14th, literally days later. She says the breakup was kind of mutual, an idea that is just bitterly ironic because that's not the case. Immediately after I told Rowan that I wanted
I'm hoping he brings some receipts for this one.
To break up with her, she began threatening to post about me online, and even...
Oh, I thought he was going to... Oh. Wait, I'm going to predict next thing he's going to say. Threatening to off herself?
Began attempting to blackmail me into having sex with her.
Oh, the girl who accused him of blackmail was projecting. Again. Shocker.
Again. I don't know what you want me to say to you. I just want to move on from our relationship.
And he recorded it! Let's fucking go. Tom was prepared.
And have you go be in your corner. You can meet other guys and it'll be fine. I'll go meet other girls. We'll We'll break
No,
up.
no, you won't, because I'm gonna make it hard for you to ever be in a relationship.
Wow. Holy fuck, she just said the quiet part out loud. Oh, damn.
Why?
Because you don't deserve one.
What? Yeah, this is straight up stalker conversation right here. Holy damn.
Why?
Because you're a piece
And
of
he is not taking it as seriously as he should. The red flags here are absolutely fucking massive.
shit.
Why?
What?
Why?
Because you're a piece of shit.
Why?
Because you
Are breaking up with me, and that makes you a piece of shit, and you wouldn't fuck me the way I wanted.
our whole relationship, you act like everything is all about you the whole time.
Okay.
I've seen zero evidence of that.
You don't give a fuck. You're just an awful guy, and I'm so sorry
She's referencing nothing right now.
that your mom
She's just mad he's breaking up with her. That's all this is. He's taking the D away. Told you.
raised you. Seemed like a nice lady, but clearly she did something very wrong.
And then attacks his mom? Fuck this bitch, dude. See, this is why you don't go that deep in. Giggity. But you got to know when to pull out. Giggity. Again, read the room. Have your fun. This is a fun for a weekend chick, and only a weekend. Trying to squeeze any more fun out of it is way too dangerous.
Okay, Rowan, I just want to move on and have my life, and you'll move
Should have done this breakup in a text message, man. Trying to have a conversation with her. Oh my god. What the fuck?
on and have your life. And we can be in our own corners. We don't have to do damage to each other. We don't have to cause each
That's what he's worried about. He's worried about exactly what's happened here, which is the allegations and the fallout. He just wants to move on and it be nothing, and then you go back to making your content, I'll go back to making my content, and we'll just leave each other alone. That's all he wants. She's clearly not going to do that.
other any more anguish, okay?
You are taking the wrong approach. If after you said you were breaking up with her and you told her, like, hey, there's no need to make this public. You just go do your thing. I'll go do mine. We'll just go back to the way we were before we started dating. That's all we got to do. And the minute she was like, no, you're not. When you go to break up with someone, you say, I'm breaking up with you, and they say, no, you're not. All right. There is no more amicable breakup at that point. This person's going to be vindictive. Now it's time to lay the law down and say, yeah, we are breaking up. And if you try to do anything, like if you stalk me, if you try to make it sound like I did something I didn't, if you lash out in any way because you can't handle a breakup, because you can't handle being broken up with, I want you to know I've got this, and this. I can bring public. Like, you need to just go ahead and lay the groundwork. It's over. Like, that's all you can do.
I just want to see you again.
Because trying to be nice has backfired on him.
I know. Like, do you think we'll ever be able to see each other?
Now she's negotiating. She's trying to find a way back in.
After the way these conversations have gone today, I really don't think so.
Why?
Yeah, she desperately wants to try to find a way back in. Well, if I can just be friends, I can be friends with benefits. Then I can be the girlfriend again. That's what's going through her mind right now.
Because you're like threatening to blackmail me.
I'm not. Well, if you don't come see me, then I will.
I stated blatantly
I'm not, but I will. Holy fuck, dude.
that I did not want to have sex with her. I didn't want to be with her anymore. I just wanted out of the relationship. This is something she was completely unwilling to accept, and that's why after I stopped talking to her, she proceeded to call me over 30 times and texted me 80 times with no response. She is publicly claiming to be a victim of sexual abuse while begging me to fuck her again.
Like, you've done all this, like, weird shit. Like, I don't like it. Like, you're so weird. You treat me badly, especially during sex. And, like, over the phone, I just listed everything that he had done wrong, and he was like, well, you can leave me if you want. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave you.
That is not what we just heard.
That's basically what happened.
But there was no like specific did you guys talk at all between breaking up and then?
Tom and I?
Yeah.
He knows. The owner of Kiwi Farms, Noel, he's been down this road enough times to know that Tom's an influencer. There may be something he recorded, so tell us about it now. He knows. He knows they had a conversation. He knows Tom probably recorded it. You know what? He was right. He knows.
I don't believe so, because I blocked him.
Even this detail is also so insane. While it is true that once she started to lose her mind, I did stop talking to her, she continued speaking at me, alternating between begging me to forgive her for breaking up with her, saying she wanted to have sex with me again, and sending me psychotic text messages filled with lies.
You recorded other girls too. During sex, you recorded other girls during, like, the same thing. Oh, man, all the typos. She is anger texting right now, dude. This bitch is fuming. Like the same thing where you don't ask, you just pull your phone out and record it. That's illegal, Tom. I hope you delete them because you really have some sick power thing, hitting and choking women, even leaving bruises. It's good to know I'm not the only one who felt extremely uncomfortable. It's good to know other girls were abused. Is that what you're saying now, bitch? No, I'm sorry. None of this is real. You know it's real. This is someone who's just angry, and she's basically telling you what she's about to tell the world. She's basically telling you how she's going to attack you before doing it. So Tom knew all this was coming, which is why he's so prepared. Yeah, he's beating these allegations
that she came up with once I dumped her. Now, with Rowan dealt with, the next person I'd like to address is Clorox Katie. Katie's a girl I had a brief sexual relationship.
Dude, that name alone should have been a red flag for you. Just saying.
With 2 years ago, and she began posting about me on the same day as Rowan. Now, back when we were hanging out, she flew all the way from California to Maine to hang out with me twice. In the interview, she describes her time with me as the worst experience of her life.
And then you fly back, and how did that go? How long did you stay?
Horrible. That was the worst experience of my life, I think.
And she also took to the forum to make some posts about me. Yes, Tom is extremely harsh during sex. I've been down the kink roads in my life, and how he acts is actually just evil and almost sadistic. Not even kinked up, just actually a Patrick Bateman type gooner. When asked how things between us ended, here is what she had to say. I just truly thought he was a cringe who definitely was going to beat me later if I stayed around. We only had a 2-month fling, but even my insane ass was scared of how he acted, and he was also just stupid. I hated conversation with him. He was just extremely weird to me and also evil as fuck during sex. Naturally, people asked her why she hadn't reported me to the police, and her response was, I thought about the police and looked into it, but again, it being across my own state lines and in Maine, it would have had to been filed there, and I lived on the opposite side of the country, so it just didn't seem feasible. These claims are once again so absurd to me that the best way to dispel them is to just look through our messages together. In these two DMs, you see that Katie comes to visit me for the first time on January 20th and leaves on January 23rd. She comes to visit me, she says she's excited, she then goes home, and after leaving my house the first time, she immediately texted me saying, I had so much fun, Tom, you can kidnap me whenever. I feel so alone in my bed. She then says that she has to come back. Now, days after coming the first time, she sends me nudes. Once again, this is kind of a weird thing to send to somebody that you're claiming is recording sex with you without your consent. Why would you send?
Yeah. He's right. She's making the same mistake the other one did. Like, they're all claiming the same thing, and they all displayed the same behavior. Look, Tom clearly has a type.
This person nudes.
And hopefully he changes his type after this, because this one is... Oh, the type of girl you like, Tom, is way too dangerous. Is not compatible with the kind of career you have.
Then sends me nudes a second time, says she needs it, says so starved, so deprived, and she says that she misses me so much. I say, let's hang out in March. She says I'm down, but waiting until March will be so hard. On February 1st, Katie says that she misses me. On February 2nd, she slides up on my story and says she is counting down the days until she can see me again. She then says that she needs to see me ASAP, and she misses all the things about me. On February 4th, she says she wishes that she woke up cuddling me. On February 8th, she says she wants to have sex with me again. Once again, this is after the first time we hung out. February 18th, she says she's going to swallow me, and she then sends me naked.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Tom has a type. This girl's messages sound indistinguishable from the last girl's.
Photos of herself willingly. Keep in mind, once again, she's accusing me of recording sex with her without her consent, and then she keeps sending me naked photos of herself. She even sent me a video, by the way. She says, I need you right meow. I need you ASAP. February 22nd and February 24th, we have I miss you and are you home yet? February 28th, she slides up on my story and says, I'm gonna suck you so good. She then says, I need to see you now more than ever. Lots of hugs and hot sex. On March 2nd, she says,
God damn, see, this is why having a big dick isn't... Isn't the win you guys think it is? Look at what his big dick does to women. Look at what Tom's big dick does to women. You see why it's hard to get a girlfriend now? Because they all turn into this. His big dick ruins chicks. I hate to say it, Tom, but you may, the only girl you may be able to date is a porn star. You may have to become a porn star. Like, your dick ruins women. The only women who are prepared to handle it are ones who've been professionally trained. Jesus Christ.
I like you lots, and I reciprocate. She says she can't wait to see me again. She then says that she's excited to see me that coming Saturday. In the next screenshot, I say, your pussy's gonna be so sore. And Katie responds with, good thing we had to wait a while, because then I can take a beating. She then says, I'm ready for you to throw me around. Now, when we were discussing how many days she would want to stay, she says, as long as you want, and that we'll have so much sex and party so hard. And she then once again expresses how excited she is. On March 7th, she sends me a barrage of unsolicited sexual photos, including her with BDSM leather on her butt. On March 8th, she says all she can think about is me, and she can't wait for my dick to be down her throat. And on March 10th at 7 in the morning, which is 4 a.m. her time, she says that she is so excited to see me that she cannot sleep. Now, with the Instagram messages out of the way, we can move on to the text messages. So on March 10th, this is the second visit, right? Prior to getting there, she says that she is starving for me. Now, March 15th, this is when she
needs it. She needs that cock. It's all she can think about. Look at this. Like, they don't even have normal conversations. It's just cock, 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 cock.
leaves, she says I still have her toothbrush, but that I have to let her come back. Now, keep in mind, Katie, in her own words, said that this second time visiting me was the worst experience of her entire life.
How long did you say?
Horrible. That was the worst experience of my life, I think.
She basically describes being physically abused in the interview. She even says that while we were having sex, she would ask me to stop doing something, and I wouldn't. But that did not happen. You may also recall her stating that she ended things with me because I was such an insufferable person to be around. She claims that after the second trip, she began to realize she was a victim.
Yeah, and that's kind of like when things really started piecing together to me that I was like, wait, I think I am a victim right now. Like, something's not right here.
In her words, this is why she stopped talking to me. She says that she was scared of me. She says she was scared that I would beat her. Well, on March 20th, which is after the second visit, she texts me saying, Tom, I really like spending time with you, but I'm kind of worried about if you actually like me or are just using me. Lol. I'm just BPDing, and so I'm tweaking and need reassurance. Are you just having fun with me or do we have something? To which I respond, well, I like you and I think you're cool and perhaps we even have something. However, I would make a bad boyfriend, so I don't really want to date anyone officially, I guess. Yeah. I was abundantly clear with my intentions with her.
And he made
I did
it
not want
like
anything serious.
And he made it like, no, it's not you, it's me. I'm a bad boyfriend. Yeah, like he took responsibility for it. Let her down easy. But being nice to these girls will backfire, Tom. Always. Damn it! Oh, I hate the physics on cars in this game. Oh, fuck me. Oh, god damn it.
At that time. But apparently, this is the period she began to realize the true extent of my abuse, which is probably why after we had already hung out the second time, Katie tries to arrange a third meeting with me, saying she wishes that she was in Ohio, where I was at the time, and I did not reciprocate. After this proposition, she slid up on my Instagram story 12 times over the
Jesus Christ!
next 10 months, and I did not slide up on her story once, not a single time. So ask yourself, do these texts sound like a girl texting a guy that she finds evil and sadistic, a guy that she was even debating going to the police about? Because to me, it seems crystal clear that she enjoyed our time together and even wanted to hang out a third time. You gotta keep in mind here, she flew across the entire North American continent twice, from California to Maine to see me. After the second time, she wanted me to be her boyfriend. I didn't want to, and she then repeatedly made efforts to contact me and hang out with me again. Now, to close off the video, I think I'd like to share some interesting texts that Rowan sent me about her dear friend Katie, as they're both accusing me of, I mean, whatever it is they're even trying to say at this point. After she saw that I was following Katie on Instagram, she messaged me on December 8th saying, did you know Clorox Katie tried to fuck Jet Neptune? Those girls too make themselves easy targets with the hair and piercings because they have sexual trauma. She then says, they complain about sexual assault a lot because they will fuck anything that breathes. 1 month and 2 days later, I broke up with Rowan, and in the middle of her unhinged tirade about me, she told me that she would be messaging as many girls I had been with as possible to try and find whatever dirt she could so that she could run to the internet about it. Now, I've seen a lot of people say things to the effect of, you know, Tom's a hypocrite. He gooned. And
let's fucking go! Crowned Victory Royale. Oh! That one's for you, Tom. Hope you like it, buddy. All right, I'll back it up. I was locked in for a second there. I'm sorry. We'll back it up about 10 seconds to get the rest of it. Woo! Got my victory royale this season. I feel good.
Try and find whatever dirt she could so that she could run to the internet about it. Now, I've seen a lot of people say things
Yeah, she's farming for content.
to the effect of, Tom's a hypocrite. He gooned.
Well, that's more of a meme because you do have the stop gooning meme hat. I don't feel any sympathy for you on that one, bud, because you made a meme out of it and you kind of did that one to yourself. Also, I don't think they're real allegations. No one really thinks you're a hypocrite. No one really cares if you goon. It's just funny.
And you're right. I did goon. Okay.
Okay, he's in on the joke.
I did not stop gooning. So maybe in the end, the hats are more relevant than ever. Anyway, that's about it. I've said everything I need to. Goodbye.
Wow, and then he just ends it. Well, there you go. Tom did it. He debunked the allegations, in my opinion. Like, it's over. Tom won. Tom debunked the allegations. Okay, he beat the allegations. He's 100% correct. This is a nothing burger. And he ends up winning in the end because now we all know that Tom has a massive dick and that he fucks hot OnlyFans girls. Crazy hot OnlyFans girls, but that just means the sex he had was fun. Tom's type is crazy OnlyFans girl. These girls have done irreparable damage to all other OnlyFans girls because now OnlyFans girls, people are going to think they're all like them. I'm sure they're not. I don't know. Never been with an OnlyFans girl. Maybe they are. But, I mean, just statistically, that sounds impossible. But there you go. Tom slays the OnlyFans girls one last time. I mean, he should just make a meme of it at this point. Like, at this point, I don't even think he needs to stop slaying OnlyFans girls, if I'm being honest. Like, at this point, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. Because, if we're being honest, he can just keep slaying OnlyFans girls, and it doesn't matter how crazy shit gets. No one's going to take him seriously in the future. Because he's 2 for 2 right now. It'll just become a running joke. Like, yeah, that's Tom's type. Like, no one's going to care anymore. Just no one's going to care anymore. He's collecting OnlyFans girls like Pokemon. Why the fuck not? You're young, have your fun, and now he doesn't even have to worry about the fallout from his fun, because no matter how crazy they get, as long as he's careful not to let them film something wild that could leak, well, yeah, like, it doesn't matter. Have your crazy fun sex, and then break up with the girl, and when she crashes out on the internet, people aren't going to take, no one's going to take future OnlyFans girls he fucks seriously online anymore. They're just going to go, oh, it's another one, bunch of crazy, stupid bullshit, she's this mad Tom Burgle. Yep, like, he's pretty much like allegation proof when it comes to OnlyFans girls now. So, good job, Tom. He absolutely beat it. Like, if you need the blueprint for how to conduct yourself as an influencer, like, Tom is the blueprint. He's been doing this influence stuff since he was fucking 14 years old, and he's managed to avoid controversy. When he finally gets into a controversy like this, he beats the allegations, he wins. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Other than the world now knows about Tom's massive member. He's reeling in those fish with his massive rod.